Governor Moore has expressed confidence in recent months about his partnership with President Joe Biden and the president's commitment to supply funding for the Key Bridge rebuild. With changes now in the Democratic Party, there are questions about whether that funding will still come through, not only for the bridge, but also for the Red Line project. Darius Arani, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships and Applied Research at Towson University, joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So for the Key Bridge funding, 90% of that nearly $2 billion has been secured in Washington. It's the final 10% that is the sticking point. So how does Biden stepping down impact the work to get that full amount of funding?
Well, I think, it is in two ways. Number one is obviously stepping down means he's more focused now on being president, less distracted by the campaign, which means he can focus, his efforts on securing that last 10%. I don't think, either presidential candidate would sort of deny Baltimore or Maryland any funding. I know there's been a lot of rhetoric back and forth about, well, should we do this, should we not do this? But at the end of the day, we are all one nation, and all those taxes that we collect for the federal level all go to support all of us in these great times of need.
Is Congress going to see it that way? Because lawmakers are asking the question of whether or not Maryland should have to have a stake in this, as other projects do, where those states are required to put up 10%. But Governor Moore, as to your point, is arguing that it's not a Maryland priority. This is a national priority because that port is such a major artery.
I agree. So, this port basically has a lot of goods that come into it. That Key Bridge is a critical infrastructure piece for hazardous materials. Having it there allows hazardous materials to be transported in a timely fashion rather than sort of taking longer circuitous routes and minimizing any kind of damages that might occur in more heavily populated areas that it otherwise might have to go through. So, yes, it is a challenge. It is a political landmine in some cases. But I think at the end of the day, Congress will come through and we'll get the funding, albeit it won't be as immediate as we'd want it to be. It might be a longer term at the last minute before it gets decided.
Okay, so let's talk quickly about the Red Line project, much more specific to Baltimore in Maryland. That project estimated to cost $7 billion and will continue to cost millions to operate it annually. Will there be federal money for that project?
There could be some federal money. I don't think it's going to be a slam dunk, as in the case of the Key Bridge, in terms of getting that money quickly. Or even the full amount. I think there are some money set aside for urban transportation projects such as the Red Line. I don't think it covers the full amount, and I think there may be some pushback on Congress on that one as well.
All right, Darius, thank you so much for weighing in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.